Hey guys, Paul here, and it's Sunday, and you know what that means. More Sci-Fi Sideshow. That's right, we have a good movie for you tonight. It was good. I liked it. This was really enjoyable. I had a blast. It's called Skull Soldier. It's from 1992. Now, I looked it up on IMDb to get some information, and sure enough, there wasn't any. It showed one actor, and no character name underneath. So I have no idea who he was and who he played. So I did a little search and just a little research. I'm not the best researcher. And I found that it's an homage to an anime slash manga called Skullman. And I'm familiar with Skullman. I've seen the newer ones. I haven't seen the older ones. But that's what this is kind of very loosely based. But y'all know what an homage is. I ain't keep going on about that. It's about revenge. It's got awesome fighting, great costume. It's a good movie. I think you'll enjoy it. So sit back, relax, enjoy 1992's Skull Soldier, and when it's all said and done, we'll meet back and I'll ramble on some more.
Once said, anything done out of fear comes with no moral value. And I think he was right.
See you soon.
Alright guys, well that was the 1992 film Skull Soldier. How did you like it? I loved the hell out of that movie. It had so much action. It was awesome. Let me start with the characters first. Skull Soldier, he looked cool. Not so much out of the costume, but in the costume, he looked cool. It was that samurai look, samurai feel in the design, but it was so anime-like. It was like it jumped right off the pages of a manga and said, hey, let's do this live action. That was awesome. The bad guy, he was a wackadoo. And I don't mean the bad guy who was part of the Skull Soldier project, you know, with the big Dobermans and whatever, probably some high office. I'm talking about the one with the sister. The one that he beat the living crap out of, and then they sank to the floor and it got really weird. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. He was really crazy. Then you had Top Hat guy who saved dude when crazy dude hurt Skull Man and threw him down in that pit. And the guy with the top hat. I'm not good with names, especially names that are, Japanese, where I can't say them properly. So instead of looking like an ass, I'm just gonna say that guy, this dude. The top hat guy, you know what I'm talking about, the nose and the chin, didn't speak. That was an awesome character for what he was. I love the little group of people that came and played cards with them, the ones that came to visit them. They were flamboyant. They were crazy. They were entertaining. They were funny. It was just, I liked the cast. It was, really good cast. And you know what? I actually liked that this movie wasn't dubbed. I liked it being in subtitles. Because I just had this vision that they would have picked the worst voices to go with some of these characters, and I would have been, So I'm glad that it was subtitled. Okay, what else can I say about the movie? They had great fighting scenes. I liked the action. And for a suit that looked bulky, that suit looked heavy. He really got around in that thing. Especially at the end. He had that big fight scene at the end. And he was dodging bullets and spinning around. And I was like, that's pretty good for a suit that heavy. But it had great fight scenes. And if anything was perfectly choreographed, it was all them soldiers. They looked like the Guardian Angels from New York. I mean, they're marching, they're doing their guns. It was like way choreographed. I mean, they spent a lot of time and effort to make that look good. But I mean, it had humor too. He had in the other characters that he hung out with, like when they went to kidnap, when he went to the bad guy's house, he took his sister, and those guys, we were worried about you. That little bit of humor in there, I like that. That soundtrack screamed 80s to me. I mean, 80s. That saxophone, I had those 5.1s going, and I swear behind me all night long, Kenny G was playing for me back there. So, I mean, the soundtrack was really, really good. But, I mean, it was a very good movie. And they tried to make it seem a little complicated because you had a story of revenge. You had a story of a guy who worked for the big boss and went nuts. And then you have the big boss, which at the end they kind of left us hanging with that. They kind of left us hanging. Like they tried to tease that there's going to be another one. And of course, there wasn't. But they did tease it. But the end was nice, the very end. The wraparound from the beginning to the end was a nice little bookend. I think bookend's the word I'm looking for. Where they had the little comedy routine at the beginning, trying to get some money and kind of conning the mob guys, and then at the end they're in the restaurant eating, and those same mob guys show up. I just like, oh, okay, I like that. That was good. But other than that, I mean, it felt like a live action anime, and I'm a big anime fan. Probably can see some of it behind me. So for me, it was good. So I hope you enjoyed the film, and I hope you stick around for the random video. And until next time, guys, have a good night, and I'll see you next time. Bye.